The tragic rape and murder of a young female doctor at RJ Kar Medical College in Kolkata sent outrage throughout the country. In the internet, all we see is justice for the doctor. So every people throughout the country they have gathered together demanding the justice for the young soul who lost her life. So let us look at the laws related to sexual assault in India. Sexual assault is covered in Indian Penal Code, and we have some section dealing with rape and the penalties for rape. The first is section 375. It defines rape and it includes consent, age of consent, and coercion. Section 376 deals with punishment for rape. Section 354 addresses assault, a criminal force to a woman with intent to outrage her modesty. Section 354A criminalizes sexual harassment. Section 354B addresses assault with intent to disrobe a woman. Section 376D pertains to gang rape, prescribed enhanced penalties, and Section 376E addresses repeat offenders and provides for enhanced penalties. Throughout time, there were some changes to the sexual assault laws in India. The first one was Criminal Law Amendment Act of 2013. This was also known as Nirbhaya Act. So this was brought into practice after the infamous Nirbhaya case, in which a brutal gang rape and a murder of young women in Delhi shook the nation. So she was named Nirbhaya, and Nirbhaya stands for fearless. So this was not her real name. She was given the name Nirbhaya, that is fearless. So according to this act, the minimum sentence of rape was altered from 7 years to 10 years. Furthermore, in cases which resulted in death of the victim or the victim being left in a vegetative state, the minimum sentence has been duly increased to 20 years. So, this Criminal Law Amendment Act increased the sentences of the people who are accused of raping. So, what do you understand by vegetative state is? Vegetative state is a state in which a person's brain is not functioning well for them to be aware of anything that is happening around them. And the next one was the POSCO Act of 2012. The act was enacted to protect the child from sexual assault, sexual harassment, and pornography. The POSCO Act reached the age of consent to 18 years, which was 16 till 2012, and criminalizes all sexual activities for those under 18, even if consent was factually present between the two minors. So, in POSCO Act, even if there was a consent between two minors, it is denoted as rape if the person has not attained 18 years of age. Another act to promote the dignity of women in working place is the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act of 2013. Sexual harassment at workplace is a serious issue that affects many people. Type of sexual harassment at workplace can be physical, which includes unwanted touch or other physical actions of sexual nature, verbal, offensive comments, jokes or questions about sex, non-verbal, unwelcome looks, gestures, or even showing inappropriate pictures, quid pro quo, which includes offering job benefits in exchange for sexual favors, or threatening job loss if favors are not given, hostile working environment. It is the overall working environment that feels threatening or uncomfortable because of ongoing sexual behavior or comments. Cases such as the Nirbhaya rape case of 2012, the Hyderabad rape case of 2019, and the Hathras rape case of 2020 brought huge public protest. But what about other cases that goes unnoticed? There were more than 31,000 rape cases reported according to NCRB in the year 2022. So I'm talking about the data from NCRB. So there were around 31,000 reported rape cases in 2022 alone. This was the reported case. There are so many cases which goes unreported. And India also suffers from high rape cases and low conviction rate problem. Conviction rate for rape ranged from 27 to 28% according to the NCRB data. In Britain, by comparison, the conviction rate for cases linked to rape was 60%. So look at the differences. And one more case highlighted by the NCRB was that most of the rapists were known to the victims. Around 80% of the rapists were known to the victims. At last, I would like to discuss how can we prevent rape? And the answer is simple. Sorry, we cannot do that. Many say uneducated people rape, but what about the educated rapist? So there is no gender prejudice against anyone. There will always be some werewolves looking for prey. And where are girls exactly safe nowadays? Rapes are happening in schools, in tuitions, in home, in streets. Throughout the history, you can see that women have faced discrimination. Centuries ago, we were discriminated against education. We didn't get proper education, or we were not even allowed to get education. Discriminated against the choices we made. And now, when we are getting the opportunities we deserve, we are being discriminated by physical violence. So, the solution could be introduction of compulsory free self-defense classes for all girls and carrying of paper spray and whistle for emergency cases. After discussing the various laws related to sexual exploitation, now let us know the rights of the rape victim. The first right is right to zero FIR. The term zero FIR means that the person can file an FIR in any police station, irrespective of the place in which the rape took place. The second is free medical treatment in any private or the government hospital. And the third is no two finger test. And the fourth is a new provision has been introduced as per Section 357 of CRPC, in which the victim has the right to compensation. So these are the rights of the rape victim.